Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Nick Petro at the National Weather Service in Raleigh with your weekly impact weather briefing for Central North Carolina. This weekly briefing covers the period today through Sunday through the 15th of January. So anyway, we just got through a pretty big storm. So at least for some, and I would say impactful for everyone, just about. And but here is, as we get through to the introduction slide, as I get past that, I thought I'd start off with showing a look back at this past weekend storm. And you can see the big numbers there for snow, basically along north and west of the Interstate 85 corridor. So I would say impactful everywhere, just about, or even further south of the I-85 corridor because of all the sleet and freezing rain that was received in those areas. So while these big numbers here on the map on the right show snow, I live in Johnston County, and I can tell you I have a lot of sleet and ice pack around where I live, and the roads were just as treacherous as just about anywhere that I drove. And I was out in the Triad yesterday, and let me tell you, it was just as bad, condition-wise around my place as it was out in the Triad, thanks to all the sleet and freezing rain at locations south of the 85 corridor received. So just as a reminder that winter storms are impactful no matter what type of precipitation they bring, whether it's snow, whether it's sleet, whether it's freezing rain, and even rain, can bring flooding impacts in some winter storms. So, but anyway, as always the case, warm air not too far off the ground surged northward. And, it's not unusual to see a rapid fall off in snow. And this snow line, this transition line that you see there along the Interstate 85 corridor, that really is pretty typical for a winter storm, to have a quick transition line. And that's always one of the greatest challenges when predicting winter storms, is where that transition line is going to set up. And even just a small error of just 10, 20 miles can mean a big difference in who gets what and how bad the impacts are. So nevertheless, big event, impactful wise, for all of Central North Carolina, just about. And we could see those impacts not only in travel conditions, but also reflected in temperatures. In the lower left is a low temperature map from this morning, and you could see particularly where the snowpack was the deepest, we had readings close to zero in single digits across a large portion of Central North Carolina. That's pretty cold, I think most would say. So obviously black ice is an issue, even just plain ice is an issue, in many areas. So how will those temps evolve the next few days? In in the upper left, you can see there are the high temperatures that we're expecting today. So, across the southern tier from basically Albemarle over to Fayetteville, we're looking at temperatures just a degree or two above freezing, but it should be freezing or colder from essentially Lexington over to Sanford to Goldsboro northward, and even colder yet, and holding into the upper 20s where the snowpack is. We're going to have another cold night tonight. The air mass that gave us the cold temperatures last night is still in place over our area, so look for widespread lows in the teens, low teens in many locations, and in fact where the deepest snow is, look for single-digit readings again tonight. So any ice pack or any snow pack that melts today, and if there's water laying on the roads or sidewalks or walkways tonight, any wet conditions this afternoon that haven't dried up, of course, will be at risk of freezing tonight and creating additional black ice issues. For that reason, we are continuing our winter weather advisory for the risk of black ice, right through, right through tomorrow morning, through Tuesday morning. So anyway, once the sun gets high in the sky there on Tuesday, we'll see some decent warming. We should get into the low to mid 40s from Raleigh southward, and upper 30s to around 40 along the 85 corridor northward. I think Tuesday is going to be a trend kind of a trending direction, a transition day, if you will, trending toward a more moderate, warmer air mass as we head into the latter half of the week. In fact, temperatures may not even drop below freezing Tuesday night for lows, except for, again, where there's snowpack. So, and then we're really going to feel a nice warming change there on Wednesday by the middle of the week there. So looking at highs reaching the low to mid 60s across the Sandhills region, southern coastal plain, Fayetteville, you should see 63 on Wednesday. Even Raleigh, mid 50s, you know, where the snowpack is, we'll see 45 to 50 for highs. So frigid temps expected right through Tuesday morning. Then a moderating trend will begin. Black ice will continue to be a problem for many locations later today, tonight, and Tuesday morning. We should see the pace of the snow melt increase tomorrow as temperatures finally do get well above freezing, and increase even further yet the middle to the latter part of the week. So that's what we're looking temp-wise. Weather-wise, as we head through the week, we're looking at high pressure and that cold air mass remaining, and as that high moves offshore, perhaps another front, but approaching later in the week. But it doesn't look like, again, it looks like obviously it'll be much warmer. Don't see any winter weather issues. That front really isn't going to make a clean sweep through here, so the cold winter air mass will be kept to our north. So anyway, looking at the severe thunderstorm potential, there really is none. As we look at the rainfall amounts, projected rainfall amounts today right through the weekend, looks pretty dry, really. Not much rain expected as we head right through the week. The good news is, I think most people will call this good news, is that the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook for next week suggests above normal temperatures, but perhaps above normal precipitation as well. So that means if the precip does come next week, it should be rain. So anyway, here's a quick look at a forecast for a few selected cities, just to kind of give you a better sense of the temperature trends that we're expecting as the week progresses. So, you know, clearly as we head to the latter half of the week, well, geez, we might even see 70 degrees in Raleigh come Thursday, maybe Friday. Fayetteville will easily see 70, 72 Thursday and Friday for highs. Even in the Triad, where there was more snow, high temperatures reaching the mid 60s come Friday. So there is a slight chance for rain with that front come Saturday into Sunday, but again, it'll be much warmer, so no risk for any wintry weather with that. So wrapping this all up, frigid temperatures expected through Tuesday morning, then a moderating trend will begin. Black ice will continue to be a problem for many locations later today, tonight, and Tuesday morning. The pace of snowmelt will increase tomorrow, but then we're looking at a dry forecast through most of the week. Chance for rain over the weekend, but a slight chance at that. And then the Climate Prediction Center's 8 to 14-day outlook shows above normal temperatures next week. So it looks like a pause in the winter weather can be expected, at least for a little while. So anyway, that is the weekly briefing for Central North Carolina.